I have a question for you. Are you a cow or are you a buffalo? Let's get wiser together. Let's dive into the wisdom. Avoiding your problems prolongs your pain. Facing challenges early is uncomfortable, but it shortens that discomfort. So be courageous and choose the hard thing now so that your life becomes easier later. Let's unpack this with today's illustration and allow me to embrace my inner David Attenborough for a moment. What do you identify with? A cow or a buffalo? When a storm comes, cattle and buffalo react very differently. A cow tries to run from the storm, but in doing so will often lengthen the amount of time that they are in the storm, making things worse for themselves. Whereas buffalo are wiser. They will tackle the storm head on, often getting through the worst of it quite quickly. You should approach your problems like a buffalo approaches a storm, head on. Now let's unpack this more with today's saying. It comes courtesy of Robert Frost. He says, "The only way out is through." This is a simple and succinct reminder that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward through it despite it. Now let's move on to today's explanation. When a storm comes, do you act like a cow or a buffalo? I think it's safe to say that most of us will probably identify as a cow when facing our problems. We procrastinate on that tough conversation. We avoid opening that bill. We delay the project that intimidates us. And we run away from anything that feels like emotional weather. But like cows, avoidance stretches that discomfort. And so our anxiety grows, our imaginations spiral, and ultimately that storm intensifies. But when you behave like a buffalo, you feel fear, but you still move toward the thing instead of away from it. And just like a storm, these problems pass quicker, more easily when you face them head on. So, here are 3 ways to practice that buffalo thinking. The first is to name the storm. Uncertainty creates fear, so clarity removes that power from that problem. So write down exactly what you're trying to avoid. Number 2 is to take a small, courageous step. Small steps are still steps, and buffaloes don't sprint the whole way. They often start by just moving slowly towards that storm, then slowly pick up speed when they've got that momentum. So figure out what that small action is. Is it to send an email, make that call, open that document? The important part is to begin. And then number 3 is to reward the approach, not the outcome. So courage isn't about being perfect at solving that problem. It's about just confronting it. Celebrate the act of facing things early. If you want to unpack this more for yourself, I've got you covered. Here are 3 journal prompts for you to reflect on today. Number 1 is, what problem have I been running from that I need to face? Number 2 is, what tiny step towards the storm would lighten my load today? And then number 3 is, what would my life feel like, or how would my life feel different if I consistently tackled issues early? If you want to learn more about the life-changing habit of journaling, check out journalwise.com for all the tips and tricks that you need to know to make this a long life, healthy habit. Now let's move on to today's resource, and it is, dare I say, another book recommendation. I apologize, but I'm a sucker for a book right now. So this one comes courtesy of Ryan Holiday, and it is his book, The Obstacle is the Way. This modern classic kind of reframes the challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to avoid. Inspired by Stoic philosophy, it teaches you how to approach adversity with clarity, strength, and purpose. The perfect companion for anybody who's looking to learn to run towards the storm. If you want to learn more about this book, consider checking out your friendly local bookstore. Alternatively, you can find the link in the description to where you can buy a copy. Thank you for checking out today's video version of Wiser. If this principle of wisdom resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know which part resonated with you in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the life-changing habit of journaling, check out journalwiser.com. Got lots of exciting things coming with that very soon. And if you want to watch more of these videos, consider checking out the playlist on screen. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.